Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, Smishek's Custom Baits. Rick Smishek here. This is like my 5th take this morning. I can't seem to get it right. I keep screwing it up. One of these days I'm going to have to save a bunch of that stuff and just do a blooper video. Those are always funny, right? Okay, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to do the 3rd jig, this hot pink one. See if you see it right there, hot pink, right? I'm going to move the camera over, move you guys over here so you can see exactly what it is we're doing. But this is the, if you remember right, we did the dragonfly head with the green and chartreuse with a little bit of peacock curl in there for the flash. And then I did this one in baby bass, the chartreuse head with the baby bass skirt. Okay. But today I'm going to do the hot pink one. This is going to be more of a crappie jig. So let's get you moved over and show you what we're doing. All right, today the jig that we're making is going to be more like a wounded perch type pattern. Okay, you get the pink for the, I guess, the blood. Then we have the green body. We'll use this medium green chenille. I'll use this yellow marabou for the tail, and then I'm going to use some of this grizzly hackle. Now, these two items here, those are original materials that came in that fly tying kit I talked about buying years ago. So I'm finally going to use that stuff. How about that? So let's get the table set up with the vise on it, and we'll be right back to show you how. Okay, let's get this show on the road. First thing, as always, and we might run out of black thread on this spool, but fortunately, I have another spool. So let's go ahead and get this done. Get this wrapped here. Oops. There we go. Got a nice thread base there. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead I'm going to tie the marabou. Let's try something here. I'm going to tie the marabou onto the shank of the hook back here. I don't think I'm going to be using. I think I'm going to be using a soft plastic with this jig, so you'll understand why when we're done. Right, so first of all, I'm just going to strip a whole bunch of this stuff off, if we can get it off of there. There we go. There's a bunch of that stuff. All right, I don't need that there, I guess. Got this and this. Now that's going to make for a nice thick tail. All right. Okay, and we only want the tail to be about as long, well, maybe just a bit longer than the jig plus the hook. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here like so. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap first. Remember, the first couple of wraps go nice and loose so that we don't pull where this is going to be at. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this out because it's just being a pain in the butt. Cut that right there. It's all in my way. Get rid of that. Okay, now we're gonna. Now this stuff here, it doesn't really matter if it moves around the shank of the hook too much, but I am gonna put my thumb there over the point of the hook so that it doesn't. So that I don't break the thread, cut the thread on. Ouch, that's a little sharp, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we can't trim some of this stuff here. And I just snipped the thread. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's try this. You know what? I was thinking, boy, I didn't forget anything today. But I did. Forgot the little hair clips. The hair clips keeps all this stuff here out of the way. There we go. How's that? I'm going to go ahead and snip this here. No, not yet. Not yet. Let me get over the top. Here we go. There we go. Now I'm going to snip that tag end. Make sure this is wrapped nice and tight. We do not want the tail coming out. Little fish will come up there and grab the tail and keep ripping on it, thinking it's food. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple whip finishes there. Right there on the back end. There we go. Just to make sure that stays in place. Okay, I'm not sure how I managed that mess with the thread, but I've got it fixed now. So let's go ahead and get this wrapped up to here. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm going to back it off here again. And we're going to do from right back here. Okay. So we really need a little bit more body than just this part right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and grab one of these grizzly hackles. Okay, there's one. And we definitely won't need all of that, but so some of it will get wasted, but that's just the way it is. And then let's cut a little bit of the chenille off. Okay. For that. All right, now the chenille, I'm going to tie that in first. And we're just going to tie it like, let me put it in like this. Okay, we've got the tag end, we've got the end of it wrapped in there. Got a little bit of marabou getting in the way there. All right, there we go, there's that. Okay, now I'm gonna take this grizzly hackle and we're gonna strip it a little bit here. Strip this stuff here off. I'm gonna strip that off there. And then I'm going to clip the end of it a little bit, I guess it's called the quill. This part here, we're gonna clip that a little bit because I only need a little bit of that to tie in. See, like about that? That's fine. We don't really need anything more than that. Let me get that. There's that piece of marabou that's being a pain in the butt. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this down. There we go, we got the first wrap on it. Second wrap, tight. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and bring the thread all the way up. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the marabou. And this is where this comes in handy. Hold that out of the way. Okay. We have a nice green body here. See that? Okay, now let's go ahead and I'm probably gonna have just enough thread to do this jig, and then that's it. Okay, let me get rid of. Dun dun dun. There we go. And I'd probably cut that marabou a little long, or the chenille a little long. I think I called this marabou before. This is the chenille. My bad. Okay, there we go. That's done. Let's go ahead and trim this. Okay. Next thing. Go ahead and tie the hackle. Wrap it first and then tie it. Okay, now this needs to be out of the way again, so hang that over the top. And now this is going to be kind of a pain. getting around like this because it's so long. Maybe I should have cut that down a little bit. Okay. We're only going to do a few wraps here. I don't want to do more than 4 or 5. Or maybe just 3 or so. Okay. You know what, that looks pretty good just like that. I'm going to go ahead and tie this off right here where it's at. There we go. So let me roll up my thread a little bit. Okay. Okay, that should be just about enough. I'm gonna hold that thread out of the way. There we go. I managed to snip this without cutting the thread this time. Okay, let's go ahead and do our whip finish. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. Maybe you should learn how to do this with just 2 fingers. Oh, crud. There we go. I was catching the eye of the hook there a couple times. There, now we're done. All right, let's go ahead and double check our work here before I take it off. We can go ahead and take that out too. Huh, look at that. Wonders never cease. This actually turned out the way I wanted it to. All right, that's done. Take a little bit of glue. And hopefully this angle is great. The angle that we're doing this on. Okay. There we go, some glue up there on the head. There. Glue helps make sure that that thread never comes undone. Okay, so here's our finished product here. Okay, glue's dried. All right, you can see the tail. The tail might be a little bit long, but I think that's okay. But you can see the hackle there. And even though the hackle feather gets narrower as it gets towards the end, towards the one end, towards the tip of it, it didn't really make a big difference, as you can see, as far as how long the hackle is here, because we didn't use most of it. And I saved the rest of it so I can use it later for another one. But I think that's a pretty good looking crappie jig right there. Oops, keeps wanting to roll away. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's it for our video for this week. I hope you liked what you saw. I hope this gave you ideas for what to do with your jigs. Next week we'll be making. I won't be doing it for this one, for the one we did today. But next week I'll be making a soft plastic trailer for. We'll see if I can do something that'll go with both of the other two. We'll see. If not, maybe I'll have it. Maybe I'll be doing trailers 2 weeks in a row for the Jig and Pig series here. So until next time, folks. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that little bell when you hit the subscribe button. There should be a little bell that shows up, gives you notifications for when we have a new video. And share the video. Share it with your friends, your neighbors. Share it with everybody, right? And that's the best way you can help the channel right now. You can also help the channel. You can help support the channel by going to PayPal and using my PayPal that's in the description for donations for supplies and whatnot for the channel. Helps keep everything going. So until next time, folks. Tight lines, calm waters.